Alright, guys, there's a lot of background noise on this area from the external AC, and I decided to go ahead and do a video for my references anyway. I wasn't even going to make it a spoken word. Part of this is going to be, and I'm going to use both of these this time. I've already recorded some sessions where in some of my other videos, for some of you guys that were following me, where I was able to do a split, raise this over my head. And I'm going to kind of talk about, I guess it's kind of my secret of how to do it. Some of the sessions you're about to see too, and it's going to be part of the reasons why, you know, you can use gloves and then not use gloves. I do things bare-fisted, and I don't follow rules like plastic yoga mats and totally smooth floors, which, yes, the rule does apply. You can be in socks and a totally smooth floor and socks to slide down. But in my world here, and say some of you guys want to be able to do this, maybe you do not want to use a totally smooth floor or cement all the time, because my techniques are designed so you don't, maybe you do not want to accidentally slip prematurely and rip your groin, you know what I mean? And I'm going to talk about how the smoother concrete, and then you got rougher. I'm doing in my videos with gravel, it's, you know, some of it's bare fist, but yet you're going to see little sessions where I'm going to say now how you can do something where how your feet just lock in and you can just raise up. There's reasons for that. It's to make sure you're safe. You know, I can go over my head like this, right? And this floor is slippery. I can lock into a certain point, and there's some sessions that I'm going to show you when this talk is done that I'm just going to edit them a little bit, because some of them are some lengthy workouts I keep for my reference, okay? So, you know, your feet are locked like this. And you want that. You want to do some things inspired by the Persian push-up. Go like this, like this. Do push-ups like this, because it's not all yoga, it's mixed. Especially you can coordinate it with different things you do in an occupation. You want to, you know, to be able to feel like a spider a little bit, or like some kind of animal. But like, and your feet are locked, you can do this. But then this floor is smoother. You know what I mean? I've used only one, I'm using it more weight. See, let's see now, and this floor is smoother. I can even spread a little bit more now. Go a little bit more like this, and then go like this. But here's what I'm ready for. I'm almost in a full split. But I've done in my videos where there's an advantage, and it's a safety feature too, and I'm almost down to a full split, but my feet are still clinging to maybe rougher concrete, even when I'm down further, like this. You see, I can get away with it, but now my feet ain't able to lock as much. This is smoother than the stuff I did in my other videos, but yet there's nothing wrong with that. You're more flexible than a lot of people, you know, and more flexible than you was. You want to have the ability to do some push-ups, go like that, be able to get out or wiggle your feet out, get out of it, you know what I mean? Shake it out. That's what I'm sort of trying to get across to some of you guys. I figure I'd try to do some kind of talk video anyway, which now with more weight on it, and I can almost go in the full split here, and my feet don't lock on this kind of concrete so much. It wants to make me slide my feet to go damn near down, and my hamstrings are really screaming right now, because I'm damn near, see, to a full split. If I try to raise over my head now, matter of fact, I did it once this morning. There was a gentleman out on the porch, you know, walking by to take a peek out the porch and get some air, and somehow I mustered up a little bit to be able to raise both these over my head. See, when you're only, that's another thing too, different grades of terrain you're doing this in. You can maybe do it only once in so long, and then twice, and But then once you start to get more flexible and you go like this till you can touch the floor, and I try to raise my hands now. Flex. See, I still got like a way to go. I'm trying to let up on some of it. If I try to raise my hands now, I still got a ways to go. But then to try to get up, you know. See, I'm kind of going like this. There's some other ways that I've used to get up too. You can walk yourself forward, then wag your feet and then go up. But then, you know, just pull yourself up. You'll be able to do it faster a little bit at a time, but don't go all at once, because maybe you're not as good as all these other people that are masters. You know, these other people that are masters, that's a long time, right? So then a little bit at a time, you don't want to shock your system. Plus you can be pretty stuck in it, you know what I mean? Kind of shake it out, you know, wag it out, because you go like this. Plus it looks more cool maybe when you're doing a video and maybe doing some music, but yet everything has a purpose too, you know, and at the same time you're at this, what they call the downward dog thing, go do even though it's pointless to do a push-up like that, go and do it anyway, you're wagging it out. But it can easily turn into a push-up. And that's why I don't do push-ups all straight and rigid all the time. Maybe you want to practice, maybe to get your rigid push-ups better, because maybe you were doing them all rigid, military discipline and all that. A lot of us have trouble. You're going to start sagging. Go do a bunch of this. Go Persian style. But then, yeah, you go ahead and do it Cobra style too. Or when you're wearing knee pads, you can arch your back a little bit, you know, if you're not that good, and go like that. People be doing that. You know, but there is no shame, but you may want to do a little things like that to calibrate yourself for the bigger things, and all kind of shit like this to enable your, especially when you're using knee pads and different things in a certain environment where you're picking up things or doing certain work, incorporated that for getting up quick, you know. So it's not just fancy yoga poses and plastic mats and always sexy yoga outfits. A lot of us men there's some of the best men out there that are better than me. And, you know, there's one guy that's hell of a nice guy I think he's on Psyche Truth. Actually a guy after my own heart. He's a little hairier than me and more built than me, but man, yeah, he can do that shit. Do that shit like real easy. And then there's that guy that was on Ridiculousness that he has this TV show. He can put a whole barbell over his head, do a split on freaking chairs. I'm like, holy shit, yeah, man, yeah. And I found his channel. Another guy with a mullet. And see, like, just trying to maybe the safety of different kind of ways where if you try this, to be able to escape, don't try to do too much at once. I mean, but there's advantage too to just have your feet spread out this way and go up. But so you get yourself to a point where there's you can do a little more, but you keep doing the stuff where you can get out. You know what I mean? You're not always required to be a total master, but you can be pretty close to it. You're still going to be better than you was in other situations where you may be doing some of this stuff for. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go totally into it, read between the lines, but you're going to be way better than you was, and not everybody in the world is going to be. I didn't set out to be totally as flexible I was. I would have been satisfied, you know, just being able to have my legs maybe this far, better than you was, so then when you're doing some kind of work with a certain project, And if you're laundering some of this for other reasons, which you have a God-given right to do so responsibly, but not walk around like a snowflake or a regressive liberal or a regressive conservative, you know, with skinny arms and stupid t-shirt and shorts and attitude, you know, and whatever. But anyway, you know, it's in phases. I was trying to explain that the unsmooth floors and cement will help you because maybe you want to stop yourself from sliding too far too soon. Then you saw how, well, this is a smoother floor, and whether it's just one of these or two of these, on a smooth floor so far I can only do it once, and I didn't record it. God damn it, you know. Like I said, I just mustered up enough just now because somebody was just out here and I didn't freaking record it. But some of the other terrains and, if you will, I can raise over my head a couple of times, once. You wait a while, you're only good for so many times, but to be able to raise an item over your head like a little bit too, you know what I mean? Yeah, and then there's certain gravel that will make you slide, and there's some rougher ground with gravel that even when you're out further with your feet. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some of you guys that didn't achieve that complete flexibility yet, but you're pretty dang close as I am. You see what I mean? You may be able to do it a couple of times, and you're actually hamstrings are literally be screaming. But it's a hell of a lot better than when you first started. You know what I mean? Oh, maybe not ready yet with two of them.